Welcome to the Alpha Girl Confidence Podcast, where we are empowering youth female athletes to play and live confidently. My name is Shay, and each week I will bring you new episodes to teach you the strategies and tools that you need in order to live a confident, empowered life both on and off the playing field. Hey, welcome back to the show. So on today's episode, I'm going to teach you the simplest way to not only look more confident to outside eyes, but to feel more confident. And a lot of times we don't think about this. We forget about it because it's so simple and it's something that we're always changing and adjusting. And that is our body language. Our body language is so incredibly important. And I think that we forget about it and we take it for granted in the sense of how much it can improve our confidence. So think about it. If you're watching a game or you're watching a team warm up or you're even watching, your teammates warm up, you can always tell if a player is ready and if they're confident simply based on their body language, right? If you have a player and they are standing tall, their communication looks good, their posture is good, you know that they're ready to play, right? On the other side, if you see someone that's maybe their posture is slumpy, their head is down, they're moving all slow, you know they're not ready. You know they're not very confident, right? Same thing if you're having a conversation with someone. It's really easy to tell if someone is confident or not just based on their body language. And it's not always what you say, but it's how you say it, and it's also how you hold your body. So as soon as you start to actually fix and notice your body language, you're going to not only obviously look different from the outside, but you're going to start to feel differently. Like try it right now. I want you, whether you're standing or walking or sitting, I want you to slump your shoulders a little bit for the next couple minutes and notice how you feel. My guess is that you're probably not going to feel super great, right? But if you roll your shoulders back, keep your head tall, keep your head high, then I promise you're going to start to feel more confident, right? Same thing goes with on the field. Same thing goes with if you're giving a presentation, right? It's very simple to change the level of confidence you feel just by changing your body language, right? And I can always tell if I'm watching a game, if I'm talking to someone, I can always tell how they're going to play based on how they warm up, based on their body language, and based on also like how they're communicating on the field, right? And this is really relevant also to making mistakes on the field. Right. I want you to ask yourself, what's one of the first things you do after you make a mistake on the field? You probably put your head down or smack yourself in the head or do something like that. Right. And automatically your shoulders will start to slump a little bit because you're upset that you just made a mistake. So I want you to focus next time you make a mistake. I want you to keep your head up. I want you to roll your shoulders back. I want you to take a deep breath. Okay. And that's going to be huge for you when it comes to making mistakes. And the other huge thing and why body language is so important is if you're trying to get recruited to play college ball and college coaches are watching you, I guarantee that they are paying very, very close attention to your body language, not only while you're on the field, but while you're on the bench, while you're warming up, while you're jogging on to sub in or sub out. They're going to notice those little things that are going to tell them, is this a player that I want? Is this a player that's confident? So if you're not very aware of your body language right now, that's what I want this episode to do, is to make you more aware of your body language. Because like I said at the very beginning, a lot of times we aren't always aware of how we're holding our bodies. And so we can't fix something that we're not aware of. So you have to be aware of how you're holding your body. Okay. And then also is off the field, right? So obviously we just talked about on the field stuff, but also body language is extremely important off the field, right? If you're having a conversation with your friend, if you're having a conversation with a teacher, if you're having to get up and give a presentation in your class or over Zoom, right? Your body language is very important then. So I'm going to teach you 4 ways to have more confident body language on the field and off the field. Okay, and number 1 is goes for on the field and off the field here, is stand up tall and have good posture, right? As soon as you're about to step on the field, I want you to roll your shoulders back. I want you to stand tall. Okay, it's going to make a difference. Same thing if you're having a conversation with someone, walking through the grocery store, it doesn't matter. Make sure that your posture, always hold those shoulders back. And that's something that I struggle with. So I always have to be aware of that. And I can tell if I'm feeling awkward in a social situation, or I'm just not feeling very confident, I'll automatically notice that my shoulders start to round a little bit. So I need to be aware of that and pull them back. Okay. And number 2 is keep your head up. So this goes for both as well. After mistakes, like I said, keep your head up. If you're having a conversation with someone, keep your head up. If you just did something stupid and you feel bad about it, keep your head up. Number 3 is to make eye contact. So this one's a little bit more relevant for off the field, but it's important, right? If you can't have a conversation with someone and hold eye contact, then what does that say about you? Well, to the other person, it's saying that you're not very confident. Either that or that you aren't interested in what they have to say. So make eye contact is number 3. And number 4 is your tone of voice, right? So your tone of voice, so not what you say, but how you say it is also part of your body language. So let's talk about how this is relevant to on the field, right? Imagine that your teammate just made a mistake, okay? And you can respond to them in one of 2 ways. You can respond to them with like a super angry sounding comment, or you can respond to them with a calm comment to try to get them feeling confident, right? So how you say it, not what you say, is almost more important. Okay. So if you're having a conversation with your coach, instead of saying, "Coach, what can I do to get more playing time?" You can say, "Hey, coach, I really want to get more playing time. What can I do?" Right? Those are very simple differences, but by using your different tone of voice, okay, so that's the volume you're speaking at, the pace you're speaking at, and kind of the tone. Are you sounding complaining? Or are you sounding like you really want help? Okay, so tone of voice, that's for on the field, and then off the field with your parents, with your siblings, with your teachers, right? Be careful of, not necessarily be careful, but just pay attention to your tone of voice when you're talking, right? When you're really nervous, a tone of voice could be that you're talking really soft, or maybe really fast, or maybe really slow, but pay attention to how you speak. Pay attention to your tone of voice when you're nervous and when you're confident, and notice the 2, and try to, when you're nervous, to either slow that down or talk a little bit louder or whatever it is, so that you'll start to feel more confident and you'll start to calm yourself down. All right. So those 4 things, again, number 1 is to stand up tall, have good posture. Number 2 is to keep your head up. Number 3 is to always make eye contact. And number 4 is to be aware of your tone of voice. So next time you step on the field for practice, next time you're having a conversation with someone, next time you're at the grocery store, pay attention to your body language, because not only will you look more confident from the outside, but as soon as you shift your body language, you're going to start to feel more confident. All right. So if this episode helped you, please share it with a friend. Take a minute to leave an honest review on iTunes. And if you're a parent listening to this, check out my free Facebook group where I go live every week to teach you how to support your daughter in becoming more confident. I'll post a link to that in the show notes below. All right, guys, thanks for listening, and I'll catch you on next week's episode.